For my Professional Learning and Leadership Key Assessment project, I chose to teach others how to use a Wix website. Attending my workshop are 5 educators from my school that teach grades 1st through 3rd. I chose to teach about the Wix website because it is very easy to use, and I think the teachers will find it very beneficial to implement in their classrooms.
Thank you all for coming. Today I'm going to show you how to create a Wix website. Have any of you ever created a website before? A few of you have?
I have.
Have you ever used a Wix?
No.
Awesome. So I'm going to show you how to create a Wix website. Here's some background information. Wix currently has over 67 million registered users, and there's 45,000 new users every single day. So obviously there's a lot of people that really enjoy this type of website. They also have 1.4 million paying subscribers because the version we're going to be using today is a free version. So if you want to get more upgrades and stuff like that on your website, then you can also pay more money for that. Wix has been featured on CNN, The Wall Street Journal, Forbes, and the New York Times. And it's a very easy website to manipulate. Some of the pros are that there's 500 professional looking templates that you can choose from, and they're all very user friendly. It's very easy to use. It uses a drag and drop interface, and there's lots of support available. You can email them, you can call them by phone, and also on the website that it will show you like a little question mark. When you're using a tool, you can click on the question mark and then it will show you specifically for that tool different questions that you might have about it. Also, you can have an unlimited amount of pages on your website, which I know some other websites that you can use like Weebly doesn't allow you to do that. And a version, like I said today, that we're going to be using is free, which is awesome. And it's compatible with other Apple mobile devices. Some of the cons is that since we are using a free version, when you will be able to preview it, like what other people would see your website as, like at the top there's a small little icon that says use Wix, and at the bottom it says use Wix, try it for free now. So it's just kind of some advertisements that they put on there since it is the free version. Also, once you've selected a template and you start to put your text and pictures on there, you can't change the template again. So if you decide, oh, I don't really like this one, well, you're kind of stuck with that one unless you want to start all over again. So that's another con. Also, Wix is not designed to manage online shopping. So if you wanted to create like a store on a website and have people buy and sell things on there, it just can't do that yet. It's too much for it to handle. Alright, so utilization in the classroom. So for me, I'm going to use Wix as a classroom website for parents and other teachers and for my students. Also, I know that I've had kids in the past that have done research projects on a website, and you could also do a book study, an author study, or show like a timeline throughout the year, or you could have a family tree on a website. Okay, now I'd like all of you to go to Wix.com. And it should say, create a new site. Click on the Create a New Site button. Alright, first I'm going to show you my site that I've created for my classroom. So this is my Wix website, and as you can see it's very colorful. And here's the advertisements I was talking about. Here and here, that's one of the cons that they have. And then there's different tabs at the bottom for this template, and there's also tabs at the top. So like if I go to my About Me page, it shows a little blurb about myself, my picture, and then different books that I liked as a child. And then I have my teacher resources and my student resources on there. And then I was able to hyperlink all of my titles that I have on here for websites, so that it makes it really user-friendly for anyone that's on this website. They can just click on the title and it takes them right to the other website. So what you're going to do now is you're going to choose one of the templates that they have on the Wix website. And like I said, there's over 500 different templates to choose from. On the left-hand side, it shows you a bunch of different categories. And since we're all teachers, we're going to choose the education and community one. So you can browse some of the templates, and there's an arrow at the bottom so you can choose other pages. Once you find a template that you want to use, you click the edit button that's below it. If you just want to view the website in a bigger picture, then you can click on the view button. Since I don't want to mess up my one I've already started, I already chose a different one, so I'm going to click edit site. Okay, so now here is my new site. I'm going to show you some of the tools on the page first before we start doing anything else. So, up here.
Welcome to Wix.
Anyone know what this button is for right there?
Undo.
Yep. What about this one? Save, right. And then this one is your preview button, so it will look like when you're finished. And then publish means when you're completely done and you're ready for other people to view your site, and then it gives you your hyperlink that you can use, or your website domain. Alright, so let's see here. Let's start with our different pages. So click on this button. It'll show you all of the different pages that you have for your template. And obviously, since we picked different templates, there'll be different pages. And they'll be titled different things. So if you want to add another page, all you have to do is click Add Page. And it will pop up. Then you can title your page whatever you'd like to show on your website. Let's say I wanted to do classroom pictures. So right now, I want you to practice adding a page, and then you can title yours Classroom Pictures as well to practice. Okay, then I'm going to hit Done. And let's say it doesn't really make sense for me to have classroom pictures first. I want to have other information and stuff first. So I'm going to drag and drop that at the bottom. So now that's the last thing that you'll see on the website. If you want to delete a page, you just click on it, go over to this button on the side, and hit delete. It'll say, are you sure you want to delete? Yes, and hit delete.
Can you do that again?
Yeah. Click on the page, hit the little button off to the side, and then hit delete. Alright. So let's choose another page instead of our first page that we're going to look at. Let's choose our second page. So let's go to the About page. I'm going to show you how to do some different things on here with text and with your pictures. Alright, so what's something that we could do with our text to change it? What's something you could do that you use on other
Change
documents?
the font, change the color.
Right. Change the size, stuff like that. So you're going to click on the box that has the text, and then there will be a little icon that comes up and it says Edit Text. You're going to click on Edit Text. And then you'll see a new toolbox for you to choose from. So you can choose your font. You can change your font size either by grabbing this and pulling it, or you can click on this box and type in a new size.
How do you do that?
The size.
She's not doing it. Edit text.
So what I'm going to have you guys do is I want you to click in this box. I want you to highlight your first paragraph and work on trying to change the color of your font. So to do that, you're going to click on this first A right here. Highlight your font, click on the color one, and then it comes up with a bunch of different colors. Also notice that the colors that it chose for us are the ones that are in the same palette of colors for our template design. So if you choose these colors every single time when you're working on your background colors or your text colors, it's going to make more sense to choose those, because then it all aligns with each other and it makes it look a lot nicer if all the colors are following the same theme. So did everyone get that figured out? Everyone was able to change the color of their text? Okay. So when you're finished with that, I'm going to go with purple. Just exit out.
Can't see it.
And then also,
Can't see from the background.
You can scroll down and it shows you a bunch of other different options. Like there's the bold, italicized, underlined. Also there's like you can change the spacing and alignment. And there's other effects at the bottom if you'd like different things like that. It's all right here in this toolbox. Also, like I said earlier, here's the question mark. So if you want to click on that, it shows you some troubleshooting tips in case you can't figure something out. It explains a lot of the different tools right here, which I think that's a really nice, helpful tool to have on there. Alright, the next thing I want you to do is I'm going to show you how to hyperlink a word. So highlight your title. I'm highlighting about. Make sure you still hit edit text so that you're inside the text box. Highlight the text, and then you're going to hit the hyperlink button.
What does that look like?
It looks like two chains connected. Alright, so where do you want it to link to? I said let's go to another web address. So you're going to click on web address, and then you can put any URL in this box right here. So let's say I want to go to my school homepage. So I'm going to type in www. And then I also chose new window so that when I do click on that hyperlink, it'll open up a new window and it'll bring up that website so I don't lose my Wix site. Everyone get that?
I did that, yeah.
Yep, awesome. Alright, then hit done. Okay, now let's see if it worked. Notice that it's underlined. So that's a good sign showing that it probably did work. Let's go up to the top, hit your preview button. Okay, now if you click on your title, it should bring up your hyperlink and your new website.
Mine did not. I'm going to add that address.
There you go.
Oh, there it
now
is.
it worked. That's been in it. Okay, so you can exit out of your tab at the top now, where it opened up a new page. So anything that's on here you can change. If you want to take out text, you can do that. If you want to take off pictures, you can do that. If you want to move anything, you can do that. Like I said earlier, everything's drag and drop. So if you click on something, if I click on this picture, I can easily just move it around the page. Does anyone notice something that's happening right now as I'm moving the images around? You notice anything coming up on the page?
Options for changing the image or editing the image.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? Watch when I do like this.
The dimensions?
Yes.
Dimensions, and there's pink lines that come up. Does anyone know what the pink lines are for?
Oh, alignment.
Right. So I think that's a really helpful thing that they've added, which is, so if I want to make sure that my picture is like aligned with my text over here, if I have multiple pictures like going down in a column or a row, I can easily align them because those pink little lines come up and it shows you the straight line that you can match those up to. Alright, so let's say we want to change our picture. Click on one of the pictures on your page. Does everyone have a picture on their page? Okay, click on that. Click on change image. Alright, so there's a bunch of different options on here. These are images that I've already downloaded onto the Wix website. So I can either look at images that are free from Wix. There's a bunch of different options. Or if I wanted to link up like my Facebook, Instagram, or my Twitter or something like that, it could pull all of my pictures that I have on there and I could use them on my website. Or if you want to, you can buy images on here, but they're kind of expensive. Like, I know like you're kind of like $2.99 or $1.99 like a piece. So if you want to go that route, you can, but I think that's just kind of a little bit expensive for buying a picture. Also, if you want to upload new images, click the Upload Images. And if you have other pictures that you've saved on your desktop or in your downloads, you can pull those up. So let's say go to Google and I search child with book. I go to Google Images. I'm going to save that image to my desktop just so it's easier to get to. So I'm saving that. Go back to my Wix site. Go to the desktop. And then you can click on your picture that you just uploaded by hitting apply. And there's my new picture. If you want to put a frame around your picture, which I think makes it look really nice, you can hit design, which is like the little paintbrush, and then you can choose one of the frames. I think that just makes it look really sharp.
How did you do that?
You click on the design button, which is the paintbrush, or you can have like a custom design. And a lot of these things on here, you just kind of have to mess around with them a bunch, and then once you get the hang of it, it comes really naturally, I think. I saw a lot of things online where teachers let like their 7th and 8th grade students use it, and they only used it for about 10 to 15 minutes, and they were able to get it just like that. Is there anything else that you would all like to know how to do?
Are you able to add videos?
Yes, you can. It's very similar to what we did earlier with the hyperlinks. So, I wrote music right here. You're going to highlight it. Make sure you click inside the box and hit edit text first. Highlight your text. Click the hyperlink button again. And it's going to take you to another web address. And then let's say I wanted to add like the phonics dance. All I'm going to do then is I'm going to copy and paste that URL into my other box. And so see how there's the underline underneath it again?
Mm-hmm.
That means that it's hyperlinked, so people know that then. So if I go up to my preview button, click on it, it will take me to the phonics dance. There's a ton of other things you can do on here too, but you just kind of have to play around with it. If you want to add apps to your site, some of them are free and some of them you have to pay for, but if you wanted to add like Facebook right to your site and Twitter and stuff like that, you just go onto this app site or other blogs, you can add them right onto your Wix account. Also, here's another way, down at the bottom, you can upload documents on there, like PowerPoints. You can add images this way, and you can add music on here through that final button down at the bottom.
Is there a way for parents to communicate with you through the site? Like leave
Yeah,
messages?
if you added a blog, they could do it that way. So you just have to add one of those other apps on there then. Also, if you do want to get away from the template they provided you a little bit, there are extra backgrounds that you can choose and you can change, or you could change like the colors, that's at the top. But I kind of like the templates that they've already started for you. If you click on the second button, that's the button that has all of the things that you can add to your site. So if you want to add text, images, if you want to add videos, music, any of that stuff, it's all right on here. And if you hit more, there's also more options on there. So there's a ton of different things. So like if you said you want to add a blog so you can talk to parents, you would just hit add a blog. And it would take you and start doing that. You can choose different blog layouts that you could use for that.
I'm really excited about getting started with this, but you know I'm not very good with technology, so what can you do to help me out?
Well, if you want to come down to my classroom sometime, I can work with you one-on-one, And also in a few weeks, I'm going to give you guys a couple of weeks to work on your sites, then we'll come back together and each of you will show your website, and then we can critique one another about, okay, this might not look right, or you probably should change this, and just kind of help each other out that way. And then after that, after we fix them, then a couple weeks after that, then we'll present our final project. And our final goal with this is for each of you to have your own classroom website, and for you to utilize this in your classroom and have your students try to make their own websites using some of the things I talked about earlier with. They could do an animal research project, they could do a book study, different things like that. So that's our goal for that. Any other questions? Alright, one last thing that I need you to do is I need you to fill out an evaluation on how my presentation went. So if you could please fill it out and be honest and truthful with your answers. I would greatly appreciate that. So next time I give a presentation, I can use the things that you tell me on there with your comments. I can make my next presentation better.